time for your weekly MLB recap from that one MLB guy on YouTube.com.
Hi guys, it's that one MLB guy again. This is episode 9 of MLB Recap, and I'll get right into it. First topic today is reviewing some of the trades that happened. Obviously, there were a lot of trades that happened, but I'm just going to highlight 4 of them that stick out to me. The first one is being the Colorado Rockies trading Ubaldo Jimenez to the Cleveland Indians. And Ubaldo Jimenez, started off really good last year, ended up winning 19 games, and he threw a no-hitter last year. This year he hasn't been all that sharp. He's 6-9 with a 4.46 ERA, and still I think it's a very, very good move for Cleveland to make to get him. They had to give up a lot to get him though, but I think he'll do very well in the rotation. Already aside a very good Justin Masterson and a very good Josh Tomlin. Fausto Herman is still struggling, and Carlos Carrasco obviously will pitch last night, but will be suspended for the next 6 games because of throwing at Billy Butler in last Friday's game. But I think Jimenez fits very well in this pitching rotation for Cleveland, and he's just a very good fit for the Indians. And since the Indians got Kosuke Fukudome in the outfield to replace Chu for the time being, I think that the Indians are really serious about trying to get into the playoffs this year. And with these additions, they probably can, because who would have thought last year that the Indians would be this spot to try to get into the playoffs? I think it's a very good move by Cleveland. Second one is Carlos Beltran going to the Giants from the Mets, and obviously the Giants are battling right now with the Diamondbacks for first in the NL West. And I think Beltran fits nicely into the equation because he adds a lot of power, something that the Giants don't necessarily have all that much, but they do have some. Obviously they won the World Series last year, so they have something that works there. Beltran fits nice into right field because you have a ton of mobility out there. You have Shire Holtz in left, or Cody Ross in left, and then in center you have Andres Torres and Aaron Rowan. Obviously, once Pat Burrell comes back off the DL, they'll obviously put him somewhere as well. But you have a lot of diversity on that outfield to place people wherever they want to go. And I think Carlos Beltran's bat also adds a lot because you already have the power hitters of Paulo Sandoval and Aubrey Huff. And then you get Carlos Beltran in the equation. He's batting .287, has 15 home runs and 68 RBIs. It's very nice. Now, obviously, Hunter Pence, we knew he was going to go somewhere. Astros lost a lot of people, and he went to Philly, which will replace Dominic Braun in right field. And now Philly has a really, really good outfield now, consisting of Shane Victorino, Raul Ibanez, and now Hunter Pence. And Hunter Pence is batting .307 this year with 11 home runs and 65 RBIs, and I think he's a very good addition to the Phillies because not only does he have a power bat, but he also has speed, and I think that's something the Phillies also need is speed. Not saying that they have a lot of slow runners, but I think that will help them alongside in later into the playoffs and whatnot, because obviously the Phillies will make it into the playoffs. There's no doubt about that, and they obviously need something like Hunter Pence to get there. Last trade is Michael Bourne from also Houston, who went to Atlanta. And I can say I did not really see this one coming. I didn't think Atlanta really needed anybody, but since Nate McLaughlin went down, they obviously need somebody to replace somebody in center field. So Michael Bourne, he'll obviously do it. He's very fast. He only has 1 home run, but he's batting .303 with 33 RBIs, and is a very, very nice addition to the Braves because he has speed, and he's a very good defensive player as well. And I think the Braves realized, Houston, they probably want prospects instead of what they already have because they don't really have much to offer, so take what you can get from them, and they took Michael Bourne. Second topic today is the Phillies' Vance Worley. And everybody thought once, the Phillies had their pitching rotation of Roy Halladay, Cliff Lee, Cole Hamels, and Roy Oswalt that they were set for life. Well, Oswalt went down, and Kyle Kendrick isn't doing bad, so who do they replace in that 5th spot? Well, none other than Vance Worley. Vance Worley, this is his 2nd year in the league. He's doing incredibly well. He's 7-1, 60 strikeouts. He's a 2.33 ERA. He has just been one of the unsaid heroes of Philly because he has just done nothing really but win. And his losses haven't been terribly bad. His last 2 losses came on May 24th against Cincinnati. He gave up 3 runs, and the one after that came on May 29th against the Mets. He gave up 5 runs, which is getting a little there. But since then, he has done nothing but win. He's been striking out a lot of batters consistently, and he's just a very nice addition to Philly's rotation, and I hate to see him have to go because he's just a very good pitcher. He has a lot of potential, considering he's this young. He's only 23, so I think if the Phillies don't want him, anymore, which I think would be stupid. Trade him to another team where he can become an even better pitcher and perhaps the next Cy Young award winner. I think Vance Worley has a lot of potential. Last topic is Dustin Pedroia of the Boston Red Sox and the monster year he's having. When you think of second baseman in the AL, of power hitters at least, the two you think of are Ian Kinsler and Robinson Cano. But Dustin Pedroia has been really good. They call him now Pedroia the Destroyer. He has a 3.41 batting average, or I'm sorry, a .314 batting average, 15 home runs and 57 RBIs. He currently had a 25-game hitting streak, but lost it on July 29th against the White Sox. But he's been doing very well for the Red Sox in the clutch. He's been getting a lot of clutch RBIs, a lot of good hits, and he's still a very good second baseman. And I think Pedroia obviously is the big name of their franchise, obviously the face of their franchise, next to guys like Kevin Youkilis and Josh Beckett. But Pedroia is a very, very good second baseman. He's, got some age on. He's played 5 years in the big leagues, but he has a power back considering how small he is. I believe he's 5'5". No, he's 5'9". I'm sorry. And a lot of people say, well, a little guy like that can't have a lot of power, but he does. And people shouldn't take his height into consideration for that because Pedroia is obviously proving them wrong. He's not really one to known for his power, but it's pretty amazing what Dustin Pedroia has been doing this year. And obviously, he's been named the AL Player of the Month for July, and I think Dustin Pedroia is doing very well with the Red Sox. Alright guys, that's it for this week. Stay tuned for next week.